this meeting with personnel issues. Any comments or questions on agenda items? Nothing on agenda items. Okay. Enrollments are here. Pages 4 to 6. Peer review.
We lost a couple, huh?
Yeah,
Showing
I
9.
noticed that.
Item 5, approval of minutes from last meeting. You have a motion?
Motion approved. Second.
Discussion. Roll call?
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mrs. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Dr. Cavola?
Yes.
Mr. Swilly?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Widener?
Yes.
Mr. Farr?
Yes. Item 6, president's report.
I'm gonna separate out of item 1 because there's an amendment. Recommend that a resolution be adopted to approve an unpaid leave for employee 595.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call?
Mrs. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Dr. Cavola?
Okay. Wait. Yes.
Mr. Swilly?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mr. Widener?
Yes.
Mr. Farr?
Yes.
And then I'd like items 2 through 5. Consideration for items 2 through 5.
How about the number 1 on the supplemental?
And number 1 on the supplemental. Thank you, Mr. Perry.
Second. So what are we doing? Which ones are these?
Everything?
It was 2 through 5 and then 1 on the supplemental.
Okay.
Discussion. Comments. Roll call?
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Dr. Cavola?
Yes.
Mr. Swilly?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mrs. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Widener?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Farr?
Yes. Committee reports. Were there any committees since our last meeting? I'm not aware of any. Okay, none. Unfinished business. Look at the resolution to approve amended contract for superintendent of schools. We have a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
Discussion. Roll call?
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Dr. Cavola?
Yes.
Mr. Swilly?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mrs. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Widener?
Yes.
Mr. Farr?
Yes.
Can you speak to what that is?
There was adjustment in the salary increase.
Bigger adjustment was really the healthcare to match F-93's contract.
Right, the offset of the healthcare
Right.
was in the salary.
So there's a difference in healthcare between Act 93 and the superintendent's contract, so we go those two.
Because the academic, yeah, because last year was, well, this year we were negotiating all the contracts, and so to bring her contract into the same sphere as that with the healthcare.
Item 2, we're going to table. New business. Item 1, approve articulation agreements between TASD and Ohio Technical College and Universal Technical College.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Dr. Cavola?
Yes.
Mr. Swilly?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mrs. Bennett? Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Widener?
Yes.
Mr. Farr?
Yes. Item 2, looking for resolution to approve a budget transfer for the STEM Academy. I saw the codes in there. Can someone tell me what the particulars are? There were no items.
can't,
Yes, without large amounts.
yeah, if I knew that you wanted the answers to that, I would've looked it up. Um,
I'll take that as follow-up.
Yeah, I don't know right off the top of my head what that was for.
Recommend we table it until we got an explanation.
Sure.
Okay, item 3, approve resolutions to approve payments. Pickett, to the Scranton Electric Heating and Cooling, and Pound for Spectrum Services.
Motion approved.
The motion to approve, do you have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a question. Is this the final payment?
Yeah, are these finals?
Shane?
I'd have to go back and see if this one was the final one. I don't know that off the top of my head. I believe that they are. We have approved the
Yes.
final payments, so, we had the last batch that came through, and we did a review versus, some of the original, plan, to ensure that the right things had been included. And those were authorized for payment, but I don't know if this batch specifically is that group, so I'll need to check on that.
So was there a final punch list?
That punch list they had gone through.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it complete?
The punch list, I'll have to go back and double check, Bill. I mean, the majority of the things that I know that they were working on are completed. And so I will go back with John to ensure that those items are complete.
I would, like to recommend that we hold Pickett Construction until, I know myself, and I've asked Mr. Widener, anybody else that would like to go. I've heard that in the STEM Academy and down at the primary center, there's an issue possibly with doors, and I would like to see that before we approve payment to Pickett.
So what I can tell you about the doors is the work that Pickett did. So there was a lock issue on one of the doors. Pickett was here yesterday and corrected it. The other issue with one of the doors in the hallway was existing prior to any work that Pickett did. It's an alignment issue with two of the existing doors along the hallway. Like when you come in the academy, it goes straight back to where that stairwell is, past the technology department. That door needs to be planed down, but that's a responsibility of the district. Any of the other door work that Pickett was responsible for has been completed. So that work is all complete.
Are you satisfied that everything's completed, Jane?
I am, yeah.
Okay, then I don't see any reason for the board to personally inspect or only if I don't compensate individuals to do so.
So what's the response, is the response by the district? There's still some things with the
There's
lock?
a door that has to be planed
Okay.
in order
But
for
it's
the
not-
door
It
to.
closes, it just.
It
you
closes,
just have to
you have to push it
turn around
closed.
and-
You know, it comes to a point.
But that was a
where-
pre-existing door, that
Yeah.
wasn't any part of this project.
Not part of the project.
Correct.
So, maybe fix my leg, or get not wrong, but that's not part of the project.
Right, correct.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second. Ready to vote? Roll call.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mrs. Bennett?
No.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Dr. Cavola?
Yes.
Mr. Swilly?
No.
Mr. Widener?
No.
Mr. Farr?
Yes. Okay. Looking for a resolution to approve the sale of a transportation contract from Smith's Transportation to Traver Transportation.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mrs. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Dr. Cavola?
Yes.
Mr. Swilly?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. Widener?
Yes.
Mr. Farr?
Yes.
So, was that the only bus that Smith had with us? Gosh, he's been a driver with us forever.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I think so.
He only had one.
It's too much, Bob. I don't know.
I figured somebody here would know.
Maybe, but it's not me. You were looking at me, and I don't know.
I'm just selling to his neighbor.
Okay, item 5, looking for approval for co-rec field trip to Crowell Harbor.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion is second. Discussion.
Is there a nurse needed? It says that the nurse to be determined. Is that the one that the nurse is to be determined?
I believe so.
Yeah, but that's because they have to see who's going, because the
There's
nurse will
6 kids going, right?
Right, so
So you need a nurse to go with 6 kids?
it depends on the children's health needs.
if a kid has to take any medication.
I like call hard, I'm just saying, I,
Well,
no,
you
no.
should be,
I
so,
step up to the medical.
how much are you gonna charge to get paid to go to Kalahari?
Would that be more?
Or actually, I think the way I heard that was, Dr. Pergola was volunteering his services.
No, I think that was worth it.
That is an issue though, I mean, and so I firmly believe that if we have 6 people going to a place that staffs first aid individuals, we should not be paying $55 an hour and charging clubs and folks like that. It sucks their money away, and I personally believe it's totally unnecessary. So
Is that what the nurse contract is?
that's
I think it's policy.
it's our board policy.
But
So
was that something that we were kind of mandated into? Or is that something that we have any control over?
I don't know.
there's a
Mary
long,
Jean, you have a
lot of
history
history here.
I think it was a couple years ago.
Yeah, if there's a student with medical needs, a lunch fund, a field trip, we do have to provide a nurse. Now, in these situations, like FBLA pays for the nurse, the district does not. If it's a field trip like that, we
Right.
don't pay for it.
But it's still club funds that I believe are a waste of time.
So are we, is
The other thing is like, most of the time, and so we could go on and on, so I'm not gonna go on and on here, but like, I want to review that policy at some
Okay.
point. Because if we're paying a nurse $55 an hour, the least they could do is meet us at the destination. And so, right now, we're paying for them to meet the nurse here, hand pills to that individual, drive on the bus with that field trip, and then come back. And so, it's just, it's a lot of money that I think we shouldn't be.
Put on the
So,
to-do
thanks.
list, okay?
Along with that, John, if they drive, then we got to pay mileage.
Right, so I just asked that we look at that to see if they're.
she's sitting right next to the policy lady.
Well, no, I mean, because this did come up, this came up as a major issue when the robotics club went to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Because they had one kid who had some allergies and, you know, it's how the policy's written, that you have to have a nurse if you're gonna have, you know, medication given out and all this other stuff, and, you know, it wasn't a sure thing that he would need medication, then it's, well, do we get a nurse, like, from St. Louis to meet us there, instead of, you know, having them fly with us, well, you know, so there's all these things. I think it's gonna be a matter of what are we required to have in order to be in compliance with all the people that we need to be in compliance with versus where we have some wiggle room.
My question is, there's needed in the travel period.
So I will do some legal homework, okay? And we'll pull this out and we'll start reviewing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause there was also a provision in there that said that if a parent is going on the trip of the kid that needs the medication, the nurse wasn't necessary, and another parent could delegate that kind of thing to a friend parent, but the school wasn't gonna facilitate that arrangement. So, yeah,
Okay.
check it.
Okay, the motion is second, right?
Yes.
Roll call.
Mrs. Bennett?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Dr. Pergola?
Yes.
Mr. Swilly?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yes.
Mr. Widener?
Yes.
Mr. Farr?
Yes.
Phil, if I could just update the community and the board on a couple things before you go to open comments. I wanted to give everybody an update. We are meeting for the second time with UGI to discuss the pipeline installation that's gonna come through town. It will disrupt our busing. And so we're sitting down with them for the second time to try to determine a plan. Our understanding is that they haven't given us a start date yet, so we're not prepared to roll anything out to the public, but I just wanted to keep you informed that we are working on it. We continue with the cleanup from the roof leak at Mill City and at Evans Falls, and we're entering a phase in the final stages of cleanup, and then we'll do the air quality testing again. And then I have heard back from the folks who are going to appraise those buildings, and they then will get in there and they'll start their appraisal. We continue to work on the car line at the intermediate center. I was out there this week and I looked at it. We're gonna try something new tomorrow. I did not get out there tonight, I apologize, but it was just a very busy afternoon. And so I just want everyone to know we are continuing to try to improve that process, and we'll be trying something a little bit new tomorrow. You will see me out there. And I wanted to thank all of the teachers and the staff and their families who marched with us in the homecoming parade. That was a lot of fun. And I thought it was really fitting that our truck said Eyes on the Future, and then what followed us was a celebration of all the decades past. So it was really cool. It fit in with the theme really nicely, and it was a good time, and it felt good. So thanks to everybody and for showing up. And next year, I hope we can do it and do it even bigger. So that was good. That's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything? Any additional public comments, questions? Okay, speak at once.
Meeting adjourned.
Motion adjourned.
Second, that's twice.